Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name is AFK Empire, and today I'm going to be sharing with you why I think Poppy was attacked by no other than Huggy Wuggy at the end of Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. So I'm just going to get right into it, and I'm just going to say a couple things. So first of all, Huggy Wuggy is alive. It's been pretty much confirmed. There is this one room towards the end of the game where you are trying to get a toy from these conveyor belts, and you see on the wall there's this blood and fur. I'm gonna put up a picture from one of Bainden's videos. He has some really good footage of it. There's some blood and fur leading up to a conveyor belt, and it's blue fur, and he would be easily able to escape through that conveyor belt. It looks like perfectly a good fit for him, and it's also across a wall in a line, so you can pretty easily infer he crawled up into the conveyor belt and is now loose within the factory. And then the second thing you should know is at the end of the game, when you are leaving, Poppy is talking to you. She's like, "I'm letting you go." And then she's like, "Psych, no, I'm not." And she's like, "Oh, you're perfect to do any of the tasks I want you to do to right the wrongs of this factory." So while she's saying this, you suddenly hear this alarm go off, and then she goes, "What are you?" And then it cuts to a growling noise, and then she's just gone. She's no longer on the line, implying that something just happened to her, something just attacked her. When I first heard this growling noise, which I'll play this whole dialogue here, 1 second.
But I know that whatever I need you to do, you're capable. We will. What is...
Okay, so in that dialogue, at the very end, you hear this growling noise. And the very first thing I thought of after hearing that growling noise was back to Whack-a-Wuggy. When you were playing the game, the little Wuggies are crawling down the pipes towards you, and right seconds before they attack you, they make this growling noise in their throats. It sounds a lot different, but it is still a similar type of growling. And when they're making this growling noise, it sounds like higher pitched, and it sounds very different. But I think there's an easy explanation for why their growling sounds a lot different from Huggy Wuggy's growling. One being Huggy Wuggy is much larger than them, probably maybe older as well. And number two being they are not damaged. Huggy Wuggy did just fall down a really long chasm, and as you can imagine, that could probably do some damage to how you talk for at least a little bit. So I think the reason why his growling is a bit deeper and a little bit more gargled would obviously be because he's damaged, and because he is older, having a deeper growl anyways, older and larger. So that would explain why the growling is similar. And then as well as the way that Poppy reacts also kind of points to it being Huggy Wuggy, because she would have a very different reaction to something suddenly appearing next to her, as I'm assuming it would happen, or maybe it's been standing there, I don't know. If the prototype was there, I imagine she'd react with fear. If Mommy Longlegs or anything that she is sure is hostile would appear, then she would probably react with immediate fear. But the fact that she sounds bewildered as her very first emotion is interesting. And I think that she somehow found out between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 that Huggy Wuggy died, and that she would be immediately confused if she sees something that she had assumed was dead. So I think that explains her reaction as well. And I think all of these things put together gives me a pretty good chance at being right that it was probably Huggy Wuggy who attacked Poppy at the end of Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. Anyways, this was just a quick little theory I decided to make before anyone else got to it, if I'm going to be honest. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to put my thought out there right away, and maybe if someone else sees this, they could give me an opinion or make their own video about it, which I'm totally fine with. Put your comments down below on what you think about this theory, and please subscribe and like if you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video, which will probably be a theory.